So, my first question will be the question to Mr. Solk. Can you please tell us about your party, being Christian Democratic Union, and also about your choice to join the party?
I hope you can hear me. You can, okay. So, dziękuję I dobry dzień. As you hear, I'm still working on my Ukrainian. Thank you for having me here. Before I start answering your question, let me bring you the best regards of, best wishes of our executive board, especially of our chairman, Polityczna. He really wanted to get here today to discuss with you, but he had another appointment in Germany. So you stick with me right now. Nevertheless, I think, and I can speak on behalf of all the parties here, I think it's good to get in touch with you at these challenging times, at these tough times for the Ukrainian people. And I want to show my respect that you have with you forward to the challenges of your country, of your constitutional system also, and not only focus on the terrible conflict taking place right now. So I think I would like to start with my personal way in our party, my motives for getting involved to politics. I'm 26 by now. I think I joined Junge Union and CDU 10 years ago, so I think that's quite early. And I think, as for many in Germany and in Europe, or maybe the whole world, I stood under the impression of 9/11 in New York, the terrible attacks at the Twin Tower. I was 13 at that time, and I started to think politically. Maybe we can draw the parallel to your situation, because you face a situation you hardly can deal with and which you want to change. So yes, I began to have a closer look at political debates, at electoral campaigns. The first I really had a close look at was the one of Edmund Stoiber and Gerhard Schröder. Stoiber lost, unfortunately, a member of the CSU, the Bavarian Conservatives. But nevertheless, I joined CDU and Junge Union, our youth organization, because I found that I had many opinions on many topics. And there was not really a way for me to canalize these opinions and to express them until I organized myself in a party, you could say. And I have to say, especially when we're having a look at Ukraine, that it's quite easy to get involved into politics in Germany, because you have these huge organizations, especially in the SPD and CDU. There are local branches in nearly every tiny village. So when you make the decision, you already find many people who share certain values. There's always discussion, but you find a group of people you at least partly find even friends in. Okay, now to my party. You heard a lot of CDU already, and Johann, I think, had this very nice expression to describe CDU as rather abstract. We saw a poster with Angela Merkel. I think it was something like "the future is good for everybody," or a typical slogan of Christian Democratic Union. And this is a disadvantage, but I think also an advantage talking about CDU, because sometimes it's very hard to find a position of our party. We are very flexible, but therefore we can address nearly every branch of society. We consider ourselves Volkspartei, the People's Party. Sounds a bit like North Korea or China, but that's not the case. We try to offer politics not only for lawyers, not only for workers or company owners, but for everyone. And therefore we always have to make compromises and to see the whole. And we have conservative values, of course. That's what most people think of talking about CDU. But we are also liberal and social. You already heard that under Konrad Adenauer, the social market economy was introduced, though it was not his invention, I have to admit. There were certain voices who favored a rather socialist approach. But this social market economy, I think, is a good compromise between the free market of the Anglo-Saxon world and a socialist system, which I think no one really wants anymore in Germany today. So, of course, we share the values of our constitution, because the constitution was at least partly written by members of CDU, which is, of course, democracy, rule of law, and social market economy, though it's not in the constitution. You may think about the abbreviation or the name of our party, Christian Democratic Union. As you have heard, we have origins in the Christian party branch, the Zentrumspartei in Weimar Republic, which was a Catholic party. Nowadays, CDU politics, we have the single citizen, the single human being in our focus. We don't have a certain ideology people have to serve, but we think politics should serve the people. I know this is very, very abstract, but it sets certain limits, talking about democracy versus dictatorship, talking about torture, talking about war. This is like the core of our politics, the Christian values. As I said, the CDU is a rather big party. I think we're still not as big as SPD, but I'm not sure about that. I think we are pretty equal by now. Pretty well organized, I think, and we, as you have seen, we have the majority for most of the time during nowadays Germany, and also therefore have the office of the Chancellor for most of the time. But I also want to talk about Junge Union with you, because I think that's probably even more important when we talk about the young generation as a driving force in politics, as your topic says today. Junge Union is our youth organization. Nearly every party in Germany, or I think every party in Germany, has a youth organization, not always an official one, but there are always youth groups, young people organizing themselves when they want to become active in politics. Junge Union is the biggest youth organization. We have somewhat about 120,000 members in Germany. So as in CDU, you have many local branches, especially in rather poorly popularized districts. There are strong local branches of Junge Union, and therefore it is very easy for young people who want to get involved into politics to do so, and to find something they can work with, to find people to share their values with. And what's important, I think, is that Junge Union is independent from the CDU. Yes, we are the youth organization of CDU, we are Christian Democrats as well, but you don't automatically become member of CDU when you join the Junge Union, and the other way around, you don't become member of the Junge Union when you join CDU. That has certain disadvantages, because not all of our members are obviously members of CDU and therefore can't vote regarding party elections. But we are very free in making our points, telling our party what to do or what not to do. Of course, they don't always listen to us, but I think we are an important factor talking about grassroots campaigning, about electoral campaigning, and therefore, of course, the CDU needs the young generation, because it always looks good to present many young people when you want to get elected. And we always say we are, we call it Motor und Gewissen der CDU, the motor and the conscience of the CDU, of our mother party. And whenever the CDU is that abstract, as Johan said, whenever there is no clear point, or we drive to left or to far right, then it's up to Junge Union to tell the mother party what to do, and at least that's our self-understanding, and I think most of the time we do a good job about it. But I have to tell you, especially when you have these parties, this party system Johan was talking about, it's rather a long way running for higher offices. You have to start at the community level, of course. That's where I am at the moment, at least in the CDU, at county council, and especially in the Conservative Party, people expect a lot of your CV. They don't want someone from outside politics to tell everybody what to do if they are already for 30 or 40 years in office. So you have to show a long record of office, and we call it Ochsentour in Germany. We say it's tough getting up, I think. That's easier in the Green Party. I think the Green Party is much more open to young people and to young ideas, but of course we also have some young future leaders, I think you can say, as our former chairman Philipp Missfelder, many of you might know him, our nowadays chairman Paul Ziemiak, and of course Jens Spahn, someone who's very, very popular in Germany by now. Yeah, my advice to you is to organize yourself, because we find it a lot easier talking with nearly 120,000 voices than just to talk with our own voice. That should be the reason for joining a party, not to articulate your point on your own, but to do so in a bigger organization. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to discussing with you. I want to thank you again for having me here today in this challenging time for Ukraine, and I hope we can give you some advice, but of course we would also like to hear your opinion on our system, because I think we all agree that our system isn't perfect either.